After years and years of teasing, it's finally here. This is the Volkswagen ID.4, their very first all-battery electric SUV. And if you haven't seen any on the road, get ready, because you're going to see a whole bunch of them. I'm going to tell you why. Well, let's have a look around. At first glance, in person, I gotta say, it's a lot bigger than I was expecting, which is good. You're getting a lot for your money here. There are only basically two packages or two models in Canada. There is the Pro and the Pro all-wheel drive. In Canada, there is only one package. You can apply to either rear-wheel drive or the all-wheel drive vehicle. It's $8,000 and it comes with a slew of features. I'll show it to you here on the screen, but you know, some of the things that you do get on it, you get a light-up Volkswagen badge up front. It also comes with the light bar that goes across. And one thing I like about what they've done to this front end, even though it doesn't need a grille because it's an EV, they've kind of broken it up instead of being solid, so it kind of has a kind of grille look. You do have this mesh area down here. Standard, you get LED reflector headlights. On the statement, you get the projector LED lamps. Opening the front hood does not get you a front or frunk at all. There's a whole bunch of electric stuff under here, so there is no additional storage in the front onto the side. Here's one thing I really like, the rims. Standard, you get 19-inch rims, or on the statement you get 20-inch like these here. But they're aero rims, but they don't look like aero rims. You know, those kind of disc ones that you normally see on hybrid vehicles and EVs that make it really look, hey, look at me, I'm an EV. That's the thing I like about this ID.4. It's unique, it's sleek, yet it doesn't scream, look at me, I'm an electric car. It just looks like a really, really high-end vehicle. You have these flush door handles, has an electronic latch to it. You also have a smart key system. The doors are really wide, and when you get into the vehicle, the step-in height is fairly high as well, which is really nice. In the rear, you have this kind of two-step styling here. This bottom area is kind of inset. It adds a little texture to the vehicle, and this top spoiler, I would say, is very, very long. This is very, very aerodynamic. You have the horizontal light bar and of course no tailpipe. This is equipped with the Power Easy lift tailgate. So a little kick and up it comes. This does also have a small trailer hitch that comes with it as well. Once it's open, you have a lot of room. This is just like a regular compact SUV. I have my carry-on here, I have my camera case, and when we actually take them out, you'll see that you can lift up the floor like so and place it even lower, giving you more room. And if you want additional room, you can fold the rear seats down as well. Now, one other thing that I really like about this power tailgate is not only you have the button here to close it, but if you want to use your hands-free option, I did a little kick there, and now you can hear it beep. It has a sensor, and it will not close until I walk away, which is great, right? So I'm grabbing my stuff, I'm going to walk away, and once it senses that I'm out of the way, it's going to close, just like that. Now, when you step inside or sit inside the ID.4, it's pretty simple, yet there's some real subtle things that happen. There is a light bar by the windshield. It's almost like a status bar. And right now it's just blinking. It's kind of like pulsing. There's no key to insert or button to push when you start the vehicle. You just sit down, put your foot on the brake, you're ready to go. I can just turn that knob, I'm in drive, off you go. Just like that. Let's just put it back into park right now. All right. So standard up front is a 10-inch screen On the statement package, you get a 12-inch screen. This is the new system. It's very, very similar to what we just experienced in the new GTI and Golf R. Everything is touch-based. It's a little bit different, but it's that you still have your climate control and your volume control is that one horizontal touch bar below the screen. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto comes standard. You also have your touch bar on the left side here. Now in Canada, we get a few bonus winter features. Standard heated seats, standard heated steering wheel, you get a heated windshield as well, and a standard heat pump. And where that's going to really come in handy is in the real cold months up north, in the colder climates. It will be more efficient at producing heat and saving more power for your range for driving, which is a big bonus. So lots of shoulder room. You feel really, really big in here. You have ambient lighting. It's very subtle. That's the once again, just like on the outside, it's modern, but it's subtle. It's just not screaming, hey, look it, I'm trying too hard. You have some nice armrests. I haven't seen armrests in a vehicle for a long time. We have folding side mirrors, a huge full-length panel roof. It does not open, however, you do have a slide control and you can actually close the shade if you'd like, but yeah, it's massive back there. Standard, you get cloth seats. You get leatherette on the statement package that we have right now. These leather seats are powered and they have memory settings for both passenger and driver. The interior just feels huge, like especially with this panel roof. I feel like I'm in this massive bubble. There's a lot of room in here. Once again, I'm really impressed. I wasn't expecting the outside to be as large, and I wasn't expecting the inside to be as large either. So this is a really cool thing. In behind the steering wheel, you have a 5.3-inch, what they call ID cockpit. It's the same size regardless if you get the statement package or not. And connected to that is your gear selector, which is, it's an extension of the screen, and it's just this little geo-shaped knob. It's very simple to use. Rotate forward, you're in drive. Rotate backward, goes into reverse. Now if you go, you can hear that sound, by the way, that reverse, that makes kind of like this whirring sound. It alerts people that you are in reverse, and it's not too annoying, but when you go into D, into drive, and you do it one more time, you go into B. And so that basically is like battery. It's essentially your one pedal driving mode. You're gonna regen a lot more power, but you're gonna get a lot of resistance when you let off the throttle. Personally, I don't like that, but a lot of people do. So, and then you have park, just like that. You do have a backup camera. However, there is no around view camera or 360 camera. Cynthia, my wife, was going to be disappointed with that because she really likes that feature. I do as well, but you do have parking sensors around the vehicle. Just like the front. A little less headroom because it tapers off at the back. But you do feel like you're still in a big cavern. Legroom, tons of legroom, like really a ton. As for footroom, it's not that high though for your feet to fit underneath. I'd like to see it have a little bit more. There is, I thought there was a hump, maybe a slight, maybe 2 millimeter hump in the middle, but otherwise nothing. You do have air vents. You have 2 USB-Cs, seat belts for 3. You have a latch system for car seats. Your drink holder here. Open this up. We have a ski pass-through as well. This is all-wheel drive. Take this up to the mountain. Middle seat sits up a little higher than the others. That's pretty common. I really like the fit and finish in here is very good. I like the style. Everything's fitting nice. Feels good. Let's drive. Okay, let's get to the right temperature before we drive. Seat heat on, steering wheel heat on. Now, I mentioned this on the Golf R and GTI review. This touch system, this brand new system, takes a while to get used to, and I'm happy to say after a couple of days, I'm actually getting used to it. The jury's still out if I actually like it, but I am getting used to it. So, nothing to start, or just press that brake pedal. Put into drive, here we go. There may be some things rattling around because I've got my suitcase and my tripod and some other things that are maybe flying around. So, let's accelerate hard. That's a nice thing about EVs is, you know, I just pulled out and the guy just came around the corner and I didn't want to impede his progress, so I just put my foot into it and you get up to speed very, very quick. So this is the dual motor or the all-wheel drive version of the ID.4. It has an 82 kilowatt hour battery, and the range, everybody wants to know the range, about 400 kilometers. This is actually no slouch either. It's probably the quickest SUV that they have. 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. So if you go to the two-wheel or the rear-wheel drive version, it's going to take you an extra 2 seconds on top of that, so 7.8. So 5.8 is very, very respectable for a vehicle of this size. Now, when we're driving it, it really does feel, well, just like most EVs, it feels very, very planted because the batteries are hung very, very low center of gravity. It kind of feels like you're driving like a slot car at times. So, you know, cornering is great. There's very minimal body roll. I was on a very twisty road, almost like a slalom road, and yeah, it actually handled it very, very well. Any sudden movements, you feel confident driving this. Absolutely. We only have this vehicle for a few hours, so I can't really use up all the range. So I can't give you my actual real world power consumption. Hopefully we will get it back and we can drain a whole battery of it. But if it is almost completely drained, you can actually go from 5 to 80% with 125 kilowatt DC fast charger in about 38 minutes. Of course, you know, if you don't want to use that, you can use your level 2 as well, and that's going to take you basically overnight. That's fine. Not often are you fully empty, but yeah, 400 kilometers. So the range is actually very, very respectable compared to what other competitors there are out there. So we're going down a hill right now. I'm going to switch it over to B. We can automatically feel so much regen braking. It's almost bringing us to a stop, and we're on an incline right now. So let me just get onto the flat here and let off on the throttle. My foot is off. Okay, we have a car behind us. Okay, I gotta go. It will bring you right to a stop though. There's that nice electric acceleration. Now you can listen how quiet it is in here as well. And most EVs are very quiet, but there's very little wind noise. Let's put it back into D. Very, very, very little wind noise, meaning this is very aerodynamic. We just slice through the air. Now using the regular brakes, there's really, it's seamless between friction brake and the regen. Just want to try again here. Maybe a little softer near the top of the pedal, but yeah, it's really unnoticeable. So visibility wise, lots of glass in here, especially with that massive panel roof. And if you want, you can just slide your finger, it's all touch, and you can close that massive roof as well. But you know what? I think I like it open. This does not pop open, as I mentioned though. We are driving around the Niagara area of Ontario, and I gotta tell you, roads are beautiful. They're a little bit on the bumpy side on certain roads, and the suspension is well sprung. Like I mentioned, there's not that much body roll, but it's very comfortable in here. These seats are extremely comfortable as well. If you've never been to this part of the world, make a visit. And you can see Niagara Falls. Okay, I'm in a kind of a muddy area, and it's a good thing I have all-wheel drive. I felt a little bit of a slippage in the rear, and the front kicked in. The reason why all-wheel drive is great, especially for slippery conditions like that. One thing I want to mention is how tight the turning radius is on this ID.4. It's incredible. And I think the rear-wheel drive will even turn in a tighter circle, but I'm really impressed with the turning radius here. Here's the good. The ID.4 rear-wheel drive starts at under $45,000 Canadian. Now, we are in Canada. If you live in the US or another market, check with your local website to see what pricing they're offering for you. But $45K for the rear-wheel drive. For the all-wheel drive, an extra $5,000, so it's under $50,000. And then there is the statement package that we have here in Canada. That's $8,000. There's too many things to list. I'll post it here on a screenshot so you can see the list of things that you get with that. I would get it. But anyways, it's up to you. It all depends on what your budget is. And then you have your incentives. Tack on your federal, your state, your provincial incentives, and you get the least expensive full battery SUV on the market right now. And you're not getting no frills. You're getting a lot of standard equipment. You're getting good size. I said this before, this thing is way bigger than I expected. I thought it was going to be like a larger hatch, and no, this is right up there with a compact car size, or compact SUV size, I should say. So yeah, very good value. Now, the downside, right? Currently, the ID.4 is being built only in Germany, and they are building as many as they possibly can, except the demand for this vehicle since its launch has overwhelmed how many they can build. So the solution, next year, 2022, the ID.4 production will be moving to Chattanooga, Tennessee, where they will be able to make as many ID.4s as people want. Just as many as you want, they'll make it for you. There'll be tons of them, and that's why you're going to see tons of them on the roads. There's our short look at the new ID.4 all-wheel drive. We just had this for a few hours. Hopefully we'll get it back for a longer test drive, maybe bring the family in it. Here's a little personal vehicle update for you. We just sold our Highlander hybrid, so we're looking to replace it. Our criteria, well, we're looking for either a PHEV or an EV, and we'd like it to be in an SUV format with all-wheel drive. Do I know a vehicle like that? That has a really good starting price, good build quality, good performance, good styling, lots of room? Yeah, this is definitely on top of our list right now of vehicles to look at when we're going to replace this. The only problem though, it may be a little hard to get if you haven't already ordered one. So if you're interested in one, put your order in right now. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next Everyday Review, and like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ciao.